Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video we're going to be trying out 3 stars in epic Sinister labs. Now we are going to have some rerolls, not too many of them but a few, and yeah, we're not going to use any items, no revives, no potions, nothing. So first fight there's pretty much nothing special on it, therefore we're going in with the She-Hulk, because She-Hulk doesn't really kind of rely on parrying opponent or any kind of regular fight mechanics. As soon as we get going in the corner, She-Hulk is one of the champions that can pretty much keep on going, ramp up her damage output indefinitely, and never take a single point of damage versus your opponent, just because you don't parry, you don't block, you don't really do anything aside from hit your opponent, let them do their special attack and get back in there and hit them again. Therefore She-Hulk is perfect option for like a low ranked uphill battles. And as we can see here, slowly but surely we're chipping away at him. We are at 6 Furies. Obviously he glances some of our hits, it's not a big problem. Luckily his level 1 doesn't have that long of a reach that we couldn't push him back to the wall with a 4-hit combo, so everything's working perfectly fine for She-Hulk. And we have absolutely nothing to worry about really. So we're 100 hits in and he's at 40%, so I will have sped up like most of the footage in this video just because I didn't want to keep you guys for 35 minutes or so. So yeah, we're going with She-Hulk, we're going strong, and he is going down, so only 20% left on this Captain America, and there's pretty much nothing he can do. We just need to finish off the fight. 12 Furies, we're hitting already reasonably hard, and the fight's over. 150 hits, wasn't that bad at all. Next fight, Unstoppable Colossus, so that looks like to be a She-Hulk food yet again. And he, once again, aggression armor, aggression cruelty, poison, vulnerability, absolutely nothing for us to worry about. So we basically just need to get that slow on him, get him in the corner and just pound away at him. So again, perfect fight for She-Hulk, working out well so far for us. Obviously we have also class advantage in this fight, and we can completely say bye-bye to Unstoppable Colossus being unstoppable. And yeah, so it's only once again just a matter of time till She-Hulk builds up enough damage and deals enough damage till he goes down. Very easy fight, not much kind of skill required. You just basically need to pound at UC at the wall, drop in your heavies, make sure he never gets unstoppable, bait out the special attack, so you don't really have to bait, he's just throwing them willingly. And yeah, so 98 hits in, he has only 25% health left. All the nodes in this fight are fairly irrelevant, therefore yeah, so very simple, straightforward fight. So far so good. First 2 opponents go down without much of an issue. Now we're going to have to deal with Moon Knight, and Moon Knight is a bit dodgy one. Like, he's not overly difficult to fight against, but he's definitely not like a super easy opponent either. And he had Biohazard on, so I figured I might as well try Ghost and see how that works out. But at this point I kind of still had my morning brain on. It was before my 3 cups of coffee. Just kidding, I drink 2 in mornings. But yeah, so he is gonna wreck me fairly soon. I'm gonna mess up with my special attack as well. The fight wasn't really going to my plan anyways, and yeah, I'm gonna misshoot a level 2 and I'm gonna get wrecked very momentarily. And then because of that we're gonna have to do a reroll. So yeah, there we hit his block, misshot level 2, and it goes downhill from there. So now, because it's Biohazard, I can't really deal with Biohazard with any other champions that I have with me. So I did a reroll, and we reroll to basically nothing special, Pilfer, special lock 1, and whatever. So we're gonna take Namor in for this fight, just because Namor should be working fairly well. He has class advantage in this fight, and that special lock 1 is going to give us some decent amount of heal, and we should be able to slowly but surely take this Moon Knight down. Now, special lock 1 obviously kind of prevents Namor from accessing his primary damage output, which is that massive fury after level 3s. But still, it's not going too bad. If we don't have power lock on us when Imperious Rex would activate, we actually get to nearly 3 bars of power, and we can drop a couple of special attacks there, so we still deal reasonable amount of damage with class advantage, with transferring the damage from Liquid Courage. And yeah, just slowly but surely chipping away at that Moon Knight. There's nothing kind of too tragic. Need to make sure I don't take too much block damage, otherwise yeah, it's gonna be a bit painful. But definitely special lock 1 is helping me to retain my health to a reasonably high standard. so I am quite happy about that. Not a difficult node, and we just need to finish off the Moon Knight here, dodge his level 1s and stuff, and it's not going to be too tragic. So far so good. First 2 opponents down, third one is going to down, and we are only 1 man short, well, 1 moment short in this case. We lost Ghost, so we still have a couple of fights left. Let's see how those work out as soon as we finish this fight, which is nearly over. Last 13%. Just need to spam a few special attacks there, couple of bleeds, those help too. And yeah, Moon Knight is about to go down now. So a small hiccup along the way, but not looking too bad overall. So now we have Karnak with Taunts and like Backlash Pulse, and that seems to be like a good job for Namor, because Namor can obviously bypass the Taunts damage, and that will basically just give us some extra damage. So overall, not bad at all. So we just need to make sure he is throwing his level 1s in time, and that's it. We don't want to be dodging level 2. And yeah, I mean, this fight actually we can access our level 3, so that is going to be super helpful, because we're going to be able to get like a full on display Namor fight here. So we're dropping up a level 3. We're about to go in Imperious Rex in a few combos. So we drop another level 3 to increase our damage even further, obviously at this point, because we're hitting harder. Taunts is also dealing back more damage, so we are dealing even more damage to this Karnak, and a couple level 2s and the fight is over. So this was a fairly short fight. So now we have Cable with Aggression, Regeneration, Power Reserve, and Dash Vulnerability. Now Dash Vulnerability is where Quake is going to shine. I don't really want to be quaking 30k opponents with my 3k Quake, but Dash Vulnerability increases her damage by 200%, and that works out perfectly. So we are able to deal with that Aggression, Regeneration for most part, because Quake can prevent him from gaining new charges when she's charging heavy, and then when he's stunned we can just tap him a few times. Now this boss is Void, and he's going to be a pain. So first set of nodes looked quite annoying. I reroll once and I see Slumber there, Backlash Pulse, Rage. Still doesn't look too inciting. Let's reroll again. We have Slumber, Particle Protector, Micro Reflect, Dash Vulnerability. Figure this should work reasonably well with Namor, because we're going to be able to strike him continuously for 15 seconds, and Namor will reflect all the damage Void would deal to us. So let's see how that works out. Hopefully we can finish him off. So he's stunned. Basically we just have to get in there and keep hitting at him, but somehow, I don't know why, something triggered Heimdall's ability there. Honestly, no clue what's happening there. I think, well, obviously Namor is bugged since like yesterday, but that was dead weird. And then I dropped my level 2 and Void lives. We did deal good amount of damage though. Void has only 44k health left. However, now, because I only have like She-Hulk and Quake and Heimdall, and none of them are immune, I need to figure out a way how I can deal with all that extra damage Void is going to do, because I'm running suicides. So at this point we go to Aggression, Cruelty, Burden of Might, Aspect of Evolution. I figured I might as well go in and try. Just because She-Hulk is able to shrug off the debuffs. So if I start off with a parry and then get lucky, shrug off the debuff, take no damage, and then have super aggressive fight. But let's see how that works out, shall we? This is going to be like fairly mess up full fight, I suppose. So that's going to leave me in a really kind of tricky position. So far so good. We got the debuff on us, which we shrugged off here. 19 hits in. We need to bait out at level 2, which we somehow ended up blocking. So at this point we don't have any health to play with at all. Hardly any party health left. And we need to be super aggressive. So I just panicked there, dropped my level 2, triggered my Heimdall's energy, and then 8 Void's level 1. And by goes She-Hulk. So we have 33k health left. We do need to kind of like re-roll again, and luckily we landed on Fisticuffs, and that saves me because that removes the suicide debuffs from me, and I can just try and Quake this guy out. That was actually perfect, because other than that I would have pretty much no chance with 3-star Heimdall, and Quake against this Void, when he deals so much damage, I needed some extra help from nodes for sure, or take off my suicides, which obviously I didn't want to do. So at this point, even though he has like aggression, regeneration and whatever, I don't particularly care about that. So long as we are charging heavy and the time when the debuff would apply, it doesn't. So we are safe from it. We did take one hit, however, we did manage to close this fight out with Quake. So path number 1 is finished with 3-star champions without using any revives or potions or stuff like that. Just some reroll cube things. So again, first thing against is Gwenpool, which has Power Reserve, Slumber and Sadist on. And even though I know I will not be able to kill her in 15 seconds, I still choose to go with this node, just because 1000% attack fury doesn't really matter, does it? Because she is already hitting so hard that if she catches me, I'm dead pretty much instantly. So at this point, like, our kind of goal is just to not let her hit us or our block, which we're failing at. She did tap us once in block, half our health is gone. She tapped us another time in block and Heimdall's energy saved us. Now we are going to drop our level 3, and that is going to heal us for a bit, and that is kind of B's strategy here as well, because if we are in super low health, we are netting more than we are losing from recoil, and that should work just fine for us, because as we continuously keep striking Gwenpool, she's taking our suicide damage, and obviously Namor's healing from that as well. And Power Reserve now is going to kind of help me in a few ways as well, just because it's going to be easier to find openings against Gwenpool, because each time she shoots her special attack, I can punish it, and that leaves me kind of with a fairly easy way to attack this Gwenpool without needing to parry or intercept. So that's working all right. We're back up to 17% health, so slowly but surely we are healing up a bit. And we just need to bring this fight home. So it definitely wasn't a perfect startup fight, but it's not too bad either. So we're couple bleeds on her as well, shooting some special attacks, healing up a bit, triggered another Imperious Rex, so we're gonna spam another special attack, and then another one, and that's it. The fight's over. We finish it on like 20% health, which is not ideal, but still wasn't overall bad first fight. Now we have to deal with Dash Vulnerability, Iron Patriot and whatever else he had, and so once again Dash Vulnerability, perfect for Quake, just because she deals 200% more damage than she normally would, so even a 3-star is able to finish these fights out super quickly. As you can see here, first set of aftershocks and he's already at 50%. And here's gonna be my mistake. I didn't notice that he got to 1 bar of power. He hit me hard. Heimdall's energy saved me, but I'm on 2%. And with suicides, that pretty much means guaranteed death. So Quake is pretty much down for the count. Now we have Torns, Safeguard, Plague Mind, and that seems like a job for Namor, because Torns is going to help his damage output. Unstoppable Colossus isn't a robot, so we're going to be gaining a bunch of Enrages, so that should overall be fairly decent time if we are able to kind of deal with his Unstoppable. And obviously he hits really hard, so he can't really parry, but that Plague Mind is going to be annoying, because that is going to keep a check on my power level, which I'm not going to be happy about. And yeah, it is not an easy fight by any means, but so far we're doing okay. He's at 83%. We have healed up a bit, that's not too bad, and so far so good, more or less. Now we triggered Imperious Rex, so we drop our level 2, stun him, perfect, drop a heavy attack, drop a level 2, deal some decent amount of damage. Still doing alright in health department, but then I made a slip up, 1 punch, Namor goes down, can't be helped, I suppose. So, since our Quake is nearly dead and I don't have any other way to deal with Thorns, I need to basically do a reroll just to make sure I can get rid of the Thorns, and I did, and I got special luck 1, which is perfect. And then I have She-Hulk, because She-Hulk can absolutely destroy this Unstoppable Colossus, as we saw earlier in the video. We do not care about his Unstoppable, the fight is going to be very simple, plus additionally this time I do have special luck 1 on me, that means I get a permanent willpower heal, and we're having a good time all over. So even though we have class disadvantage in this fight now due to role reversal, it doesn't really change much, because She-Hulk gets extra attack when fighting Mystic champions, and also she's a ramp-up champion, therefore eventually we're still gonna get to a good amount of damage. So as you can see, he's at 30%, slowly but surely going down. There are no surprises in this fight. She-Hulk does what she does best. So now he got to unblockable finale. Once again, we don't really care just because we don't block or parry him. And yeah, so She-Hulk is a really good champion for these Sinister Labs. And overall, I absolutely love my rank 5 5-star. But yeah, so 3-star finished off this UC, not a problem. So now we're hopping on to the next fight, which is Captain Marvel. Let's check out what node does she have. And she has Slash Tires, Slumber. Don't really like that. Slash Tires is really hard to deal with when you're using 3 stars. And there was nothing good there. And Crouching Stun, no thank you. Bleed Vulnerability, Regeneration, Stupefy. Yeah, why not? Perfect actually, because we can take in She-Hulk. We can reverse that heal, and everything is gonna be peachy. We don't reverse the heal kind of like 100%, but it will still help us deal extra damage. I do have to spam level 2s in this fight, and that will in fact mean that I'm going to be taking some recall damage, but hopefully that should help us get this Captain Marvel down much faster. And because I do have maxed out Despair Mastery, we actually have 3 debuffs on that Captain Marvel for most part. We have Slow from She-Hulk's heavy attacks, we have the Petrify from level 2s, and we have Weakness from Resonate Mastery. And that is resulting in fair amount of that heal reversal, because we are able to keep the Petrify on for vast majority of the time during the fight. So she hardly gets in any heal, and as you can see here, she's ticking away fairly quickly, plus our own damage output. At this point we are on 10 Fury, so we're hitting like fairly hard, and she goes down 87 hits, so this was like a super quick and easy fight. Now we have Venom to deal with. Let's check out what nodes does Venom have. He has Aspect of Chaos, Power Reserve, and Bleed Vulnerability or Dash Vulnerability, forgot. But the point is, I'm going to try and cheese the Aspect of Chaos. Now my Quake unfortunately had a little bit not enough health, so we died before our health bar switched. That was my best kind of chance to use Quake anywhere, and it failed. But regardless, we're gonna check the same idea with Ghost. So we stalled initial bit of the fight, then we got hit on purpose, and then we let the health bar switch. We struck him once, and that was enough. So super easy fight, nothing to kind of stress over there. And now we have final boss, which is Angela, Special Luck 2, Aggression, Cruelty, Clap Back. And it looks like another solid fight for She-Hulk. So She-Hulk has definitely been an MVP throughout this run. She's done a lot for me. And in this case against Angela as well, if I choose to, I can spam my level 2 attacks, just so I can reverse that regen she is going to be getting, but that isn't like all that much. But still, every bit counts. And yeah, other than that, it's a super basic, simple fight. You just need to bait out her level 1s, heavy her in corner, and basically let that Special Luck 2 heal us for a bit as well to recover some health. Now, as you can see, we have just about enough time to let her shoot Special 1 to refresh our Furies, and that's more or less how this fight is going to go down. So, spoiler alert, this fight is gonna go smooth, we're gonna get her down, and that means we will have done both of the parts today using only 3-star champions, no health potions, no revives, some rerolls. And those rerolls are only, first of all, you get too many of them. Reason why I was trying to do this is because I had a bunch of them expiring. Second of all, even if you run out of them, you can purchase each at 2,500 health gold, I think, so they are cheap. There's nothing like you can't afford, and that is kind of the base of it, because these Sinister Labs are not that difficult. Like, I have heard, seen and read many people complaining, but they're not that bad. These were both kind of like my first attempts. Okay, sometimes you get worse opponents, sometimes you get better ones, but you have extra entries, you have close to unlimited amount of rerolls. Just go in there, try it out, have fun, and that's it. That will be me done for today. See you guys, and don't forget to subscribe later.